What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another Marvel Rivals video. And this one is for people who are new to Rivals, thinking about playing Rivals, and or have kind of played it a little bit, but don't really understand it all that much, and kind of like are lazy on learning stuff, right? Because I haven't really fully got into this game until it was like Season 6 when they finally gave us Deadpool. That's when I took the game seriously, right? So that's from my season understandings, right? From that season on to now, and I learned quite a bit. But before we fully get into this, make sure you guys go check out w.gg. Use my code TacticalGaming90 at checkout for 10% off. W is a zero sugar, non-jittery energy drink supplement company who've been around for 5 years and have done multiple collabs with multiple different energy drink companies. So go give them a look, see if you like any of it. Use my code. I get a kickback, helps me my channel. Be much appreciated. So when it comes to like playing Rivals, right? There's constant amount of stuff that are always changing, but there's certain things that are always going to be the same, right? You're always going to have quick match. If you're new to the game, go to Quick Match, use it, learn it, how to play certain characters, right? Yeah, practice versus AI. Now, when you do this, you just simply go up here, or you can use your R2, L2, or your other buttons, depending on your console or like your system. Maybe you're on PC. But practice versus AI, also a very good way to like learn a character. But if you also want to learn a character, but at the same time gain experience, because something else about the game is you have two ways of gaining experience, or two places of gaining experience. You have your account level, so I'm like level 49 right now, almost level 50, right? And then you have your individual hero level, right? So Deadpool here is my highest level, right? He's a colonel, he's level 31. So as you level up, you get rewards. Now, you don't get a reward every level. It's nothing like that. Sometimes it's like every few levels. And it varies on as you go down the line, right? These are very important. These you use to basically buy skins. You can use this to help buy skins, or get you these to buy skins. Either or. But you can also use this to get stuff for your battle pass. But each hero, as you play, has different means of leveling up, and how you know on that, right? I'll just go back to Deadpool again, is this right here, right? You go to missions, and you can see specifically what you have to do, or how much you need something, and this changes as you level the character up. So after so many increments, this changes, this number gets higher, right? And then you have two means of understanding on how to gain it. So you can do quick match or competitive. That's one way of leveling up, or, and this is repeatable 15 times every 24 hours, right? You can do like arcade modes, like matchmaking. Like you can go to arcade mode. Now you don't have to do arcade mode to just level up either, actually. Right? You can do this right here, Annihilation. You can do 18 people versus 18 people, or you can do 18 normal people versus 18 AI robots. This is only about 4 minutes long, so you can repeat this over and over and over and over again. You get experience for it. You get like all the stuff. You get everything, right? That you would if you were playing quick match or competitive or arcade. Okay, so these are good ways to learn characters pretty quickly or level them up pretty quickly. But do understand, this is only going to be 4 minutes. You're there for as long as you want to be there, and you don't really get anything from it. You're just there to learn. Okay, so I highly suggest using this as a means of learning, just so that you can actually get a better grasp and learn how to play the character, and learn strategies for the character. Because a lot of YouTubers and streamers and all those other people like to like make these tier lists about characters and say, oh, this character is better than this character, yada yada yada. Yes, do the devs buff and debuff certain characters? Yes, they do. That happens. That's a thing, right? Lots of games like these do those, but the thing is, any one of these characters can be a good character, okay? Any one of them, right? So you have Vanguard, Duelist, and Strategist. We'll start with Vanguards. So any one of these Vanguards can be a really, really, really good Vanguard, okay? It just comes down to how you play the character, how you learn to use their abilities, and how you use their abilities, right? So you just build strategies around the character and how you play that character. Okay. It's the same thing for duelists. And of course there's more duelists to pick from, which is kind of why so many people choose duelist over Vanguard or strategist, because there's honestly more to pick from. There really is. There's more flavor, I guess you could say. Right? But any one of these characters, any one of them. So yeah, Deadpool, why he's my favorite is he's every role, but the one I play is Healer Pool because he's literally all 3 roles in one if you play Healer Pool. But like any one of these characters could be the best healer. Now granted, yes, do some of these have better healing than others? Yes. But can you still be a really good healer with any one of these healers? Yes, you can. Just play the character, learn how to use their abilities and like the best way to utilize their abilities, and go from there. It's the same way with any other thing, okay? So don't sit there and get all like stuck up on tier lists and all that other kind of stuff, right? Because I literally play all 3 roles. I play Healer Pool mainly as my healer. This is my DPS and this is my tank, okay? But I've played as Black Cat. I like Black Cat. I'm pretty decent as Captain America. I love Cap. Loki, I'm pretty good at. I've used Luna. She's pretty good. Elsa's the one I'm actually trying to get up to be my next Lord now. And then I have Emma Frost, Iron Man, Jeff, and then Venom. Like, all these characters I play as, and I like them. I've tried every single one of them. I've pretty much played as almost every character in the game, to the point to where I know which ones I like and which ones I want, right? Now, this isn't the entire roster of what I'm going to end up having in here, right? But at the same time, these are the ones I'm going to be focusing on. So I have my 3 mains for when I actually do comp and everything, which I'm waiting for a week to go by for that, and that's going to be awesome. And then it's like restart all over again. Hell yeah, let's do it. But in that meantime, I'm going to be leveling up other characters to add more of a roster to my permanent grouping of people who are going to be in here, right? Which is another thing I suggest you do, is you build a strike squad. So you basically go through, you play characters, you find the ones you're good with, the ones you like, because you might like a certain character, right? Let's say you like, Doctor Strange, but you suck as Strange. But then you find out that you're really, really good as Emma Frost, or maybe Captain America, right? Or Angela. That's why it's like, variety matters, change it. And if you want to be like a one-trick wonder, like some people call it, right? At least choose multiple different types of Vanguard, or of a strategist, or of a duelist, right? Just choose different ones so you're not just one character the entire time, especially if like you're just not doing good, or maybe they have a character that like literally just cheeses the crap out of yours, right? So just choose multiple different ones, right? Range, close range, close range, 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 close range, kind of both. Close range, or range, close range, close range. Not kind of both, definitely both. But yeah, just choose multiple different characters. Don't have just one character that's the character that you play as, and you won't play as any other characters. Choose multiple characters, especially if you're gonna do comp. Like if you're just gonna be playing quick match, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Play whoever you want in quick match. It doesn't really matter. No one's gonna really, well, I can't say no one. Actually, as of recently, people have been taking quick match more serious than they've been taking competitive, which is funny as all hell. Next season, my goal is to definitely get past gold. Rewards be damned. My goal is to get past that. My goal is to get past this, because I want to get this for Black Cat, so then I can have something for Black Cat while I'm playing against her. But next season, season 8, my goal is to at least get to, platinum. I want to get to platinum. If I can get to diamond, awesome. Grandmaster, doubtful. Celestial, doubtful. Eternally, doubtful. But at the same time, if I have a good enough team, maybe. But there's like quite a bit to the game. Okay, so I've gone over the basics. So you have your battle pass, right? So every season the battle pass changes, and the battle pass lasts for so long. We have 7 days until this battle pass is over and done with. But when you want to like buy it, right? You have 990 of these lattice units that you use, right? Now you can get those, you can earn those through the battle pass. And you don't even actually need the battle pass, and I'll show you what I mean, right? So, you see how you have like the luxury version? Well, every so often, like you get blue units, right? You get these, which help you change the color of certain skins. Blue units, and then bam, look. You'll get these every so often in here in the free section, okay? So, just play the game, go into the battle pass, go get through it, and you will get them. You won't get a whole lot. I think you get like maybe a couple hundred. Maybe. It's not a whole lot. It really isn't. Like, it's like 200-ish. Yeah, you can get like 200. So it's not a whole lot. But these are the ones that you basically get through only getting money and or battle pass, right? These you earn from doing like missions, and that's just like playing the game. And these you use to get this stuff, all this stuff, right? As you can see. Now, when it comes to getting costumes, you use this, right? You use the blue units. Now, the blue units you can get via either leveling characters up, right? Like I showed you. There, we'll go to Elsa, all right? So, every so often, as you level up a character, right, you get blue units. Once you get at least one character up to level 18, you get 100 blue units. Now, there are quite a bit of characters in here, so you get at least, 16 of them up. You have more than enough to buy one type of, like, cosmetic, or technically, like, costume, because most of them usually range to be about, like, 16, but then you have the ones that will be 22 or more, so keep that in mind. Now, granted, if you don't have enough blue units, you can actually subsidize these and transfer these into these, so keep that in mind too. Hopefully someday they might do an event kind of like how they're doing right now with the Chrono Rush, because this is another way that they let you earn units, the Chrono units, right? Hopefully someday they kind of do a Chrono Rush for like these. Not a lot. Do the same thing to where like you have to earn so much experience doing missions or just playing the game, right? To get 100 units, right? Just one of them, it lasts like a week. Not very long. A week. Just 1 week. And get it to where like, you just play the game and you can get like a couple hundred to maybe 1,000, and you can probably have those to buy like a battle pass or maybe a past battle pass, because they do that, right? So every so often, not all the time, but every so often. So this is the current battle pass that we're in right now, right? So every so often they give you an opportunity to buy an old one, right? So this is one I had. So I already had this one. I bought this one already. So when this starts happening, you can actually go back in and repurchase or reacquire all that you didn't get from the past battle pass that you already had, right? And you can reacquire all your stuff. So you can get all the stuff that you didn't get using the units you currently have, right? Then, every so often, let's see here. Which one was it? It was one of these ones. Not that one. Not that one. Was it this one? No. I think it's just over and done with, yeah. Every so often, they'll reopen one of these past ones and let you actually purchase it using units. Now, what I noticed, now it's only been one time so far that I've seen it, but usually a past one of these will be more to purchase than the present one. So keep that in mind, okay? So like this is 990 to get the battle pass, which gives you full access, so then you can actually get the actual luxury stuff, right? Because you're getting the luxury battle pass, so you can get all this stuff, the like luxury skins like this, right? Because there's luxury skins like that for Adam. They have two skins in the battle pass that you get for free, right? One at level 4, and the other one at a level 10. Okay, and it's always 4 and 10, which is kind of fun. But they give you at least 2 free skins, which, I mean, hey, that at least you get 2, right? That's better than none. And then they always do multiple different events during a season, and like this one was one that was just getting ready to be over, but then they brought it back for a couple more days. They did the same thing with this one. This event's going on for a good while. This is one of the live events. This one's going on for a while. They've done Chrono Rush several different times already. I kind of wish, that's why I wish they would do one for the blue units. Like, even if it's not going to be these, right? At least the blue. Because then that lets people be able to, like, get costumes for some of their favorite characters. Right? But that's a lot of that stuff. Now, you do have your esports stuff. I really don't mess with any of this because I'm on console, so it doesn't really work all that well. So if you're on PC, look it up for yourself, because on console it's not that good. It really isn't. I mean, it works, but it's Now, when it comes to this is just your overview. It kind of just shows you like how good you're doing, the matches you played, play time, and this is for like the season. You can even change it to like your overall time, what seasons you played, all that stuff, right? You're able to do that. You're able to change your name here, right? So if you have like tokens, you can actually use to buy like a name changer thing. Like you can change your little faceplate thing, which I change every single time I'm like trying to get a character up to Lord. When you level up, right, every few levels, if I remember correctly, you do get like rewards for your like actual like account level going up. Now you have achievements for like playing certain characters, doing certain things, talking to certain people, right? You have your favorites for your characters, leaderboard for the top 500 in general who are like doing the best, your history for your win-loss record and all that, right? And then your statistics will show your individual statistics for like all the characters you played as. And it shows it for the season, so like season 7.5, like who I played as. I played as Thor the most this part of the season, because he was the one I was trying to lord. He lorded the last part of the season right before 7.5. But yeah. So there's that. There's an understanding of that. Right. Now, if there's a certain skin you're looking for, you can just go to the hero themselves, right? And then, like, actually look up the skin just by going to cosmetics, right? All the ones that you can get will be there. And it shows you the ones that are no longer available because they're, like, specific event items, right? So, there's that. Now, when it comes to, like, tips on the game, right? Because I already mentioned that for some reason, some people take like quick match more serious than comp, or for some reason in comp. What I've noticed is this is like in almost every single level too. It goes from like bronze, silver, gold, all the way up. For some reason, there's always people wanting to throw. There's always wanting people to sit there and like not even try, or there's no teamwork, there's no call outs. It's just crazy, right? So for some reason people will take this more seriously than they will this, which is kind of funny. But other than that, yeah, it gets a little interesting playing the game. Now, it's not a bad game, very fun game. Do get used to people getting disconnected, and that will definitely like kill you when it comes to like winning a match in comp, so get prepared for that. But here are like a quick way to get to certain things, right? So you have weekly missions. These are getting ready to restart in like 11 hours. And then you have like your daily challenges or other kind of challenges that you get. So, and these give you these little tokens that you use, once again, like I said, in the battle pass. Now, right now, after I've already gotten everything for the battle pass, and these restart. These go away every single time there's a new season. So also keep that in mind, right? So these restart, these go away. You don't get to reaccumulate or keep these going on. You can with these and with your blue, but not with the purple. The purple goes away and restarts every season. So keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah. Heroes, events. There's multiple different heroes. They give us 2 heroes every season. So every season that they get ready to do. So we're getting ready to start season 8 here in a week. So when season 8 starts, we're gonna get 1 new hero, and then season 8.5, or halfway through the season, we'll get another hero. Right? That's how they've always done it. At least since I've been playing, like solidly since I've been playing. That's how they've always done it. So that's awesome. What I've noticed is if you want to get a good idea on who we're going to get, right? I'm going to use the current gallery card. I did a video on this actually just recently. But, oops. Good way to get a good hint on who we're going to get is like what's in the gallery card. So I'm thinking we're getting like Cyclops and Devil Dinosaur, right? But at the same time, because of like this chick's reaction, she's a psychic, I think we might be getting Captain Marvel, who is this character up here, because in the gallery card she talks about sensing someone who has the same brain wavelength or whatever as Rogue. Rogue fought her at one point in time in the comics, so if this is Captain Marvel, we might be getting Captain Marvel and Devil Dinosaur. That might lead to finding Cyclops. Now, Cyclops might be a character we find like in season 9, like the beginning of season 9, we might get him. But it might end up being vice versa, such as we get these 2 that lead to finding her in season 9. But, yeah. I'm thinking it also might be her, because if you turn an 8 sideways, it's the infinity sign, and her power is supposed to be, like, infinite. She's supposed to be all-powerful, basically. So, if that's the case, then I'm thinking we're going to be getting her and maybe Scott, and that will lead to Devil Dinosaur. But I'm pretty sure Devil Dinosaur is definitely a for sure. If anyone's a for sure, probably Devil Dinosaur, but at the same time, Scott could be too. But anyways, always look at the final gallery card you get in the season, right? Which you get from the battle passes, right? So when you do the battle passes, the last one that you get in the the final card, right? When you go all the way down. I wonder if this takes me all the way down. No, it just goes down. Right? It's always the last one in the season. So, always pay attention and look for it. The hints are always there. That's what I've noticed. It's always in the final gallery card. Because they did the same thing with season 6 with Deadpool's, or not Deadpool's last one, but the last one in this one, right? When it came to this, right? Because we got Black Cat and White Fox. White Fox, Black Cat, right next to Deadpool's feet. So that is, yeah, that's a yep. That's a yep. So I'm pretty sure we're getting Devil Dinosaur and possibly either Captain Marvel or another character. But I digress other than that. So if you want more understanding, check out your gallery cards. Check those out. Keep an eye out, especially on the last one. Right? You do have cinematics, and you do have collectibles and stuff that you get through playing the game, and because these collectibles you get through the battle pass, they're always a free item that you can get, so don't worry about that. You then have, so also with your heroes, or at least with this, you have accessories that you can get for your individual characters. You have your special items, which are mainly just like emojis and other effects. You have these items, so this is like a current thing for the Blood Hunt event. This lets you change your name. What you have in your inventory, these you use for inside the event that you're doing for Blood Hunt. But yeah, that's all this stuff, right? Once again, that's that. All this stuff is the purchasable stuff for like the in-game currency stuff, all right? But yeah, that's basically, you know, Rivals in a nutshell. That's like everything to understand when it comes to like everything in the game. Now, when it comes to how to get good at the game, just try every character out, see which ones you like, and then just level them up. Just try to have fun. ignore the toxic people. And you know what? So what if you're playing a character that's not the meta? Who cares? If you're playing and you guys win, ignore them. Because a lot of people just like to complain. And what I've also noticed is when people go from one first-person shooter to this one, they usually bring in whatever like background in shooter games they have. They bring from that game to this game. This game is quite different. Because for some reason, a lot of people like to play like it's Call of Duty or Fortnite when it's not. This game is meant more to be like a squad-based, team-based game. Like, you can go in it solo, right? Like, I play solo or with my wife a lot. So, the thing is, play as a team, okay? Find other people who play, but play as a team, because if you don't, you're probably going to lose. If you have one person going off to the left, you have one person going off to the right, and you have one person engaging over here, and you have another person engaging over here, you only have 6 people on a team, okay? And if you have literally only one, like, let's say you have 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 healers, right? Let's say, and usually you have 2 healers because one healer is also going to help keep the other healer alive, because one healer is going to be the main healer. They're the ones who's going to do the most healing, at least in general, right? Strategy. This game is one of those. You want to have a good strategy, especially when you play as a specific character. So that's the reason why you play as characters. You derive strategies as you play those characters. So when it comes down to it, right, if your team splits up and your healers can't get to you, your healers can't heal you, so you're gonna die, and then you go back to spawn, right, and let's say the tank dies. If the tank dies before anyone else does, you can guarantee the DPS and healers are now gonna die depending on who's doing what. And if your enemy has dive characters, they're hitting your backline, which means they're going after, guess who? The healers. And if the healers die, everyone's definitely dying. So strategy matters. And keeping your head somewhat on a swivel and paying attention to your surroundings matter. Okay? So just keep that in mind, but still try to have fun, because this game is really fun, despite what all the toxic people like to say. And I mean, like, quite literally, the YouTubers and streamers who quite literally complain that how they need, like, a role queue to the point where there can only be 2 of each. You can't have so many of this or so many of that. It's like, no. Leave people alone, let people play the game the way they want to play, and just, like, let it be, okay? Does it suck to lose? Yes, it does. I like that gun. That is cool when it's like that. But, anyways, that's pretty much the video. Try to have fun. Ignore the toxic people. If you come across some cool people, add them. Maybe you can end up, finding a good squad to, squad up with. And then the only randos you're going against is on the enemy team and not on the ally team. And by what I mean by toxic, too, is there's multiple different types of toxic people on this game. One type of toxic person is, the best person on the team calling everyone else trash. Instead of, trying to say, hey, guys, we're not doing that well. Maybe some of us should switch up. Or, maybe we just need to squad up a little bit better. Instead of being a toxic asshole and calling everyone trash, or bad-mouthing a character because maybe they're not doing that good, maybe try to be helpful. Right? That's one type of toxic person. The other type of toxic person, just someone, talking shit to people just because he wants to talk shit. And usually it's the person who's doing the worst. Sometimes it's the person who's kind of like doing decently. But either way, if you're on a team, the goal is to have good team coercion and, teamwork. And if you don't have that and you're like all yelling and screaming at each other, or at least 1 or 2 people are doing it, you can guarantee you're distracting the rest of the team, especially if they're hearing you, and you're probably going to lose. And then the other toxic people are the ones who deliberately choose to throw and not even try to play, or just don't play. Right? That's another form of toxicity, right? Now, each one has different levels, and they have different offshoots and everything else, like racism, sexism, bigotry, all that other kind of crap, right? It's all there. It's a video game. People need to grow thicker skin, but at the same time, you know what? Being a dick out of nowhere for no reason to your teammates is ridiculous. Okay? Especially if you guys win. When you guys win, it makes no sense. When you guys lose, okay, I can kind of see you going, wow, what happened there? Why'd you do so bad? Now, at the same time, most people just need to look at it like this. Maybe they played a character they never played as. Maybe they don't feel good. Maybe their internet was crap. Maybe something was just not going their way. You know what I mean? Instead of just going in and saying they should delete the game or delete themselves or anything else like that is inexcusable and shouldn't be going on. Okay? Like, you aren't going to find friends that way, and at the same time, you're not going to have a great team dynamic that way either. Like, you're just not. So, it's just best if you want to actually win, have a good team dynamic, work together, talk, communicate, especially communicate. Like, dead silent lobbies is a lot of what you're going to get, and it kind of sucks, but at the same time, I'd rather have a dead silent lobby than some, like, racist person just yelling, screaming at people, or some butthole just calling people like trash, garbage, and like vice versa, right? So it just comes down to, try to treat people the way you want to be treated. I mean, come on now, I'm pretty sure your parents taught you that, right? At least I hope so. But just go in and try to have fun. Like, don't put your real world bullshit into a video game. Just play and have fun. Because that's what I've noticed a lot of people do, is they bring in the real world bullshit into a video game and then just start spurting the hell out. But, yep. Build strategies around your characters, and multiple different types of strategies for multiple different characters. Like, learn what your characters can do and what they can't do. Find out how far and how much you can push that character to their limits, and you know what, go there. You know what I mean? Just like learn your character and have fun. One of the best ways I suggest is get a character up to Lord. That gives you enough time with that character to pretty much get an understanding. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hopefully that helps anyone who's new to the game, because this is a great game despite what a lot of people say. You will come in to lobbies where like someone's just being a trash healer, and I do mean like as in they're not really healing anybody. You will come across tanks who ain't really tanking. You will come across DPSs who are deliberately throwing, and like what I mean is they're not shooting anybody, they're not really doing anything, they're just kind of going out there and dying over and over and over and over and over again. Right? They're just kind of like feeding the team, right? So like you will come across that. Those technically I would call trash players, because that's like trash behavior. But still, the thing is, there's a nifty thing on here, right, that basically lets you block people from you coming across them ever again. You can block them from being a teammate ever, or just coming across them ever. So you can literally do that. Like anyone you come across. It's an awesome little thing, okay? You can literally go and say add as friend, avoid as teammate, add to block list, right? Any of that, okay? So if it's that bad, all you have to do is do that. Easy peasy. See what I mean? So, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you all enjoyed yourself. Make sure you guys go check out w.gg and use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off. W is an energy drink supplement company with zero sugar, non-jittery energy supplements with zero crash. Been around for 5 years. Have done multiple collabs with multiple different companies, a lot like themselves, as well as anime collabs and stuff like that. They have interesting flavors and everything. Go check them out. Use my code. I get a kickback for it. Link and everything will be in the comment section down below, the pinned comment. So, hopefully you all have a good one. Later.